about in our break-off group yesterday, the client that I wanted to talk about was Graham Olson. It's one of our current clients. We get like $600,000 from services, but they spend like $10 million in digital, so we're just getting like pennies. Reporting is a really big issue. Again, these guys like have no idea how much they're spending with like vendors, so kind of the business intelligence stuff is really important to them.
Okay.
Plus they want to bring all like digital kind of more in-house, so the DSP will be like,
Great.
these are literally perfect for them. So
Oh,
that's a
great.
little bit of background on who the client is. It's a real client.
Great.
Good.
I would just call you Tiff.
And you can call me whatever. I will answer to.
I'd be meeting with like Eric.
Cool.
I'll answer to Eric if you need me to.
Okay.
Erica.
So let's see. Tell me when we are.
Whenever. You are good to go.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Is it multiple people? Am I talking about?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
I
team
brought
up.
a whole team. This seems like a big meeting.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I appreciate that. You know, when we spoke last week about setting this meeting, kind of the two things that you were really impressed on were the reporting and the kind of business intelligence type of information. Just so we make the best use of our 15 minutes here today, what do you want to get accomplished in the next 15 minutes?
So I think our needs haven't changed. So if you can cover those two, I'm sure we'll have questions, but I think that's a great place to focus.
Okay, perfect. So again, as you guys know, with Centro, we have a whole team of really smart people. I'm going to give you a high-level demo today. I'm not going to get too far in the weeds. I'm going to keep things very high level so you can kind of see it. The goal of this, if you do like the platform itself, will be to set up a follow-up meeting with one of our product specialists, most likely next week, and that'd be Ashley Rosati.
Okay.
So I'm just going to give you guys just a quick, as there are a couple new people in the room that I haven't met before, just so you guys know who Centro is and what we do. I think 2 slides really kind of sum up what we do and why we exist. I don't know how long you guys have been in digital. Tiffany, I know you've been doing this for a long time. So we kind of look at the world as it was 17 years ago, and we thought this was a crazy, complicated world. And you know, there's not a lot of different things. You have text display for creative, 2 different buying methods. The only device back then was a desktop. Now, fast forward to today, and you have tons of devices, different buying methods, different cost types. It's a very, very messy, fragmented world. Centro exists to just simplify this process. This can be very daunting, very confusing. We are here to just simplify this. You know, our secret sauce has been this technology that I'm going to show you guys today, Basis, and now it's finally available to you. So, you know, how we've scaled our business to grow to $500 million. The software that I'm going to show you today is how we do it. You strip that away from us, then we drown. So I'll kind of get into that, but are you guys all on basic level? Are you guys understanding who Centro is and what we do?
Yeah, definitely.
Can't wait
Okay.
to see it. You've talked it up.
All right, yeah, well, so let's just get into it. I don't really have anything else here. Tiffany, again, I know you guys are wanting to bring more stuff in-house, specifically the programmatic piece. Most of our, I guess if you want to say competitors, this is what you get. This is what a DSP is. You know, you can do PMPs, it's open marketplace, it's a real-time bidding environment. I think of a DSP as just a tool. Most DSPs can accomplish the same thing. We're introducing the next generation of a DSP, and this is what we get. So all of these other things, which is what makes Basis, we do have a DSP, one of the top rated DSPs inside of it, but all this other stuff that I'm going to show you guys in about a minute. So it's like a DSP on steroids. This is something that's nobody else has it, and again, it's what scales us to $500 million a year. So, Chrissy was your name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You said you're excited to see it. I'm excited to show it. So let's get into this. Is everybody doing okay?
Doing well.
Yeah,
Great.
thank
guys
you.
Do it.
All right. Let's go to. Da-da-da. This is Basis. So this is, again, you guys are going to love this. I mean, I look at, you know, I've been doing this for quite a long time, and I remember when this first came out, I was like, oh my God, if Graham Olson was who I thought of, this would be perfect for you guys. You know, you work with so many different vendors, it's hard to keep track of all that, the reporting piece. This is like the end all be all, it's amazing. So I just want to literally get right into 2 things that are kind of the core of this meeting. Again, this is kind of like your home screen that you'll probably start the day with. It shows all your different campaigns, but again, I do want to just show you 2 things really quick. So, insights. Again, you guys work with 12 different partners. I've asked you multiple times, Tiffany, like, you know, how much are you spending with this partner? How much are you spending with this partner? How's performance? That type of stuff. And I know you have to dig through a lot of Excel sheets. It's really difficult to find. So with 2 clicks of a button, well, 3. Let's see, this is a current report, campaign that's going on now. 4 clicks of a button, you have this incredible tool, and bear with me here while this loads. But again, it's gonna show you how much you're spending with different partners. You can slice and dice this data in 180 different ways, which is amazing. So you wanna see how Pandora is performing versus Spotify, how much you spent with those. You know, Tiffany, as you're building up this team, you wanna make sure you're getting smarter with the information that you have. And you can leverage this type of stuff to say, I mean, there could be a partner on here, like Basis DSP that you've been doing a lot with. That this is a bad example, but you could use Pandora and say, hey, we've been spending $1 million with you guys over the past 12 months. We need to bring that CPM down, you know, $1. This is all exportable to Excel, a CSV file, a PDF. So again, this is the stuff that we've sent you before. It takes us like just a few clicks. I know the cat's out of the bag now because you guys thought we had to do all these like crazy things, but again, it's a smart system. Everything's here. Again, so Tiffany, you know, one of the really important things, as we talked about on the phone last week, was kind of the business intelligence piece. This is it. Again, this is just a top level demo, but if you scroll over here, there's tons, 180 different things that you can check. How do you feel about seeing something like this? The simplicity of it.
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure I understand. So is this going to be Central's data or our data, or how does, because I know it's just a demo, so
Yeah,
you just,
great question. I
Yep.
bet you'd like it to be Central's.
I mean, if it's possible, sure.
Because again, $500 million, there's a lot of
You
data in there.
10 years, yeah, I'm down with it.
It will be your data.
Okay.
So, you know, as you know, if we load this within the next 60 days, it's obviously going to be a little naked until you start actually running campaigns in
Got
it.
it.
And then with time, more and more and more. Great
Got it.
question, though.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so the other piece is just reporting. And again, Tiffany, I know your team is very appreciative of the monthly reports that we send you guys.
Love them.
And thanks to Colin, our campaign analyst, I know he does a great job. However, I'm going to show you how it's very, very, very easy to pull reports. So I'm getting into one of a campaign that's currently live. I'm just clicking on a couple tabs. Here we go. We're on analytics, reports. I actually preset this one up. But so there's daily delivery, performance. This is, again, just with a few clicks of a button, and I already actually pulled one of these reports, so I can just download this. I'll show it to you. So these awesome reports that we send you guys on a monthly basis, this is how long it took me to do. And here we are. Oh.
The secret is out.
The secret is out. I mean, this is, again, the pain point that Tiffany, I can't remember the guy's name that works on your internal reports, but having everything from all 12 vendors that you work with, you know, it's no longer taking all of these single points and implementing them manually. This is all done automatically. So anything that's done through here, as you see, you have CBS, you have Outdoor Channel, you have a Basis DSP. So if you have 12 different vendors on this plan, all of the reporting information is going to be right here. That took me like 4 clicks to get to this. So those 2 points alone, I feel like we can stop, and that should, you know, this is really what we came here to do today. However, I do think there's a few other things that I just wanted to point out if you guys are still good on time.
Yeah. Yeah. I have one question, if you don't mind, while
Yeah,
we're bringing up
of course.
something. So you showed all that information. You showed some of the vendors that I work with.
Yeah.
How would I get like CBS Sports in here? Is that something I have to enter myself, or kind of how does that part work with the system?
Yeah, great question. So it comes pre-populated with 9,000 different vendors in it and 11,000 contacts.
Got it.
Again, I know there's going to be contacts that you guys work with that Centra doesn't necessarily work with. We would have that preloaded, so when you guys get this, it'll have all of your contacts in there. That's part of the onboarding process.
Got it.
But to get, did you want to see like how you get a new partner in there? Or
I didn't
you
need to. I
want
just wanted to kind of understand if that's all work I have to do, but it sounds like we're gonna have that preloaded, so that
Yeah.
answers my question.
And just go back to, you know, we've worked with you guys for a few years. The service that you get with the managed service side, you still get that with the Basis team and the product team.
Okay,
You know, we've
great.
been built on this raving fan service. The customer experience and the hand-holding and the training and everything that comes along with this, We're not gonna like just give you guys this and say, go run with it.
Mhm.
Even though it's simple enough to where you probably could go run with it, we're gonna be there with you to make sure that everything is set up the proper way and that you guys have everything that you need to understand.
Perfect.
Okay, so one other thing, again, I'm gonna kind of rewind just to the beginning. I know I got right into reporting because I thought that was the two most important things, so I wanted to show you those right off the bat. But as I talked about earlier, this is your home screen. This shows all of the different campaigns that you have. You can break it down into planning, approved, live, completed. Again, as you guys start to use this, these numbers are gonna change. You're gonna see a lot more things and hopefully more than 2 live campaigns, as I know you guys have a lot of campaigns. So I do want to get into the DSP specifically because you guys are wanting to bring that in-house. You just hired a programmatic buyer, so it's very easy to use. And I'm going to show you some of the benefits. And as you know that we spoke about last year, it's one of the top-rated DSPs, very intuitive, very easy to use. As you guys have read in the trades, like the way that things are going programmatically and the importance of PMPs, this comes preloaded with about 1,700 evergreen deals that Centro's essentially established over the past 15 years. We're giving you guys access to those at, no charge, but essentially you're gonna have access to 1,700 different PMPs. And I know on our Honda campaigns, Tiffany, the PMPs have been performing extremely well. So your buyers, this Karina, the new buyer, programmatic buyer that we have here, you're gonna have access to a lot of things that we've already done all the groundwork for.
Right.
Which again, in today's programmatic environment is very important. What am I doing? I'm doing DSP. Okay, so again, I'm in a campaign. This actually has direct and DSP on it. So I'm gonna get into the DSP. Again, just a couple clicks right here on the left. Again, this is a live campaign, I believe. I can't remember if this is live or not, but this is the DSP. Very, very simple to use. It's not, Karina, I know you've worked in other DSPs before. This is a very simplified, streamlined version. The experience that we've had with it, the customer feedback that we've received is it's very, very easy. So it has all the bells and whistles of all the other DSPs, just in a very easy to use interface. So as you know, with this DSP, as I've talked to you guys about before, you can do mobile, you can do video, you can do display, and you can do social. So you guys do a lot of those trade shows where you're always asking about kind of like geofencing, a convention center. With a couple clicks of a button, you just go down here to hyperlocal. You can literally drop a pin on a location. Map view, here we go. And I think this is gonna take me to Africa, but since we're in Chicago today, we're gonna come back to Chicago. It's as simple as literally just dropping a pin, I believe. Oh yeah, there we go. It's dropped. So this is a radius that you can just drag and drop. You can make it bigger. I think the McCormick Center, the Convention Center. If you guys are doing a trade show there, you can just drop multiple pins. You can do this around dealerships. You can do this around competitive. Again, it's interesting because you guys have always thought this type of stuff was so complicated and so cool, and here I am, just the cat is out of the bag. It's just a few clicks of a button, very easy to do. I thought that would be something that you guys would enjoy. Just the simplicity of it. A couple other things, again, with devices, you guys do a lot of mobile campaigns. You can do mobile only, you can do tablet only, you can do a ton of different specific browsers, anything you want to do with that. So there's a lot of different options you can do there. On top of that, Centro, I think we take the importance of brand safety for your brand, for Honda, for the other clients that you guys work with. There's a lot of robust kind of brand safety tools within the DSP, as we've spoke about before. So that's something that I think, Karina, you'll be impressed with. Do you have any specific questions on the DSP? Or
No,
Tiffany too?
I don't think so.
Karina's gonna be in there.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be interesting to imagine having the two sitting right next to each other and the team kind of testing it out. So I think this gives us a great preview of what that might look like.
Okay, perfect. Well, I agree. And Karina, in next week's meeting with Ashley, we can kind of go into this a little bit in more detail, but this is, again, some just top-level information for a very easy-to-use, top-rated DSP that's built within the platform.
Could you just touch on the private marketplace quick and just the offering with that?
Yeah, well, yes and no. I can talk about it, I can't really show you. This is again just a demo account, so there's the private marketplace deals are not loaded in here.
Okay.
But, hopefully you guys are keeping up with the trade, some of the articles I've sent you lately, just how a lot of the money programmatically is shifting into private marketplaces. And again, just so you're familiar with the private marketplaces, programmatic, anybody can buy it, it's like a garage sale. Anybody can come, anybody's invited. A PMP is something, it's a negotiated deal, you have to be invited, it's like a Sotheby's. So it's like premium inventory, first look, and this is really the way programmatic's going, just because of all the fraud and all the different things. You're gonna get 1,700 different private marketplace deals that we've pre-negotiated at your fingertips.
Awesome.
And if you guys wanna do your own, we can help you do that as well, or you guys can actually do PMPs on your own through this as well. So 1,700 is where it's at now. As we continue to get more, we give you guys access to those as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great question. We have about 5 more minutes left, so I want to get out of the DSP and just kind of show you a couple other things real quick, which I've kind of already, skimmed on, but we'll go into a little bit more detail. Again, fall, winter sports, sorry that we're staying on this campaign, but this is a live campaign, and a lot of the stuff, the basic stuff that I wanted to show you guys today, this campaign has. One thing too that I wanted to point out is right here on the right-hand side. I know we've had some issues with turnover, and people coming and going and that type of stuff. This keeps track of every single thing. So as you see on the right, it has every single activity. I don't think in this demo environment you can see messages. Oh yeah, you can. So when we work with all our different partners, everything is done through here. Say goodbye to the email, say goodbye to the Excel sheets, to the Google Docs and shared drive and all that. Everything is done in this system, so it's really good for Eric or Tiffany managing your team. I know luckily that we do have Karina here, but we've had quite a bit of turnover in the past 6 months. This kind of alleviates all of that. Karina's not gonna have to go into Jessica's email and try to find things. Everything is done right here. And it's all kind of time-stamped. Obviously this is with CBX. Here's your outdoor channel. This is where you send your IOs, your RFPs, everything is housed in this system. So, it's kind of eliminating you guys logging onto 12 different platforms a day. This is gonna replace a lot of that. I'm not saying you're never gonna use your email again, but that would be silly to think. But this is gonna be the majority of where your time is spent. You can literally do everything through this system.
Great.
That was messages. Again, up here, notifications. Think about it like your Facebook news feed. We're used to that little notification thing in the top right. This was designed specifically for that. People are used to it. This just shows that I pulled a report. As you guys are doing more stuff, this will give you alerts on if whatever's a lot of different things that are going on. But I did want to show you about the analytics, as I, again, kind of already touched on. So I'm going into this report. Whoops. I'm not going into that report. I'm clicking on analytics. You can look at it on a campaign view, your direct sites, your DSP. I'm just going to go into.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Tiffany.
No, it's okay.
Please interrupt me if you guys have any questions.
I think, and I apologize if you already mentioned it. So, oh yeah, there it is. So I see that there's impressions listed.
Yep.
Where are those coming from? How are those getting into the system? Is that something I have to have my team upload? How does that work?
Yeah, Karina's going to have to manually upload.
Well, congratulations, Karina.
That would be a waste of time, and we're not into doing that. Great question. So you guys use Seismic, your ad server. So it's just, you set up your Seismic account in here, and then that pulls that information in here. So everything is coming directly from the ad server.
Got it. Well, that might excite a few people on the team.
Yes, that should. I usually get around to it.
Thank you.
Great question. And again, so here, I kind of went over this earlier, that this current campaign has programmatic, also has direct sites. You can pull analytics from either one of these two things, but something that's really cool, again, here is all your delivery. If you want to get kind of more, if we're doing conversions, if we're doing video, just with a few clicks of a button, again, you can literally watch it kind of auto-populating. Once I click this, you see those new things coming. Those, again, video campaigns, I know you guys do a lot of video. Again, with just a few clicks of a button, everything is set up right here. Very easy to use. These bottom totals, again, something really cool. It's no longer where you guys are having to, actually, I don't know how you guys do it, to be honest. I mean, this kind of simplifies everything, but here's your impressions, you kind of just hover over this, it'll show you, well, this shows you a lot because I still have those kind of custom metrics on here. But, you know, your ECPM, your cost per clicks, and this is like smart. So right now it's on the whole entire campaign. If we just did direct, it can show you the direct numbers versus the programmatic numbers, that type of stuff.
Awesome.
So,
We use Excel wizards today in-house.
okay. Well, we will make some of your team very, very
Yes,
happy.
indeed. Awesome.
That is kind of the majority of the stuff that I have for today. There's a lot of different things. Obviously, I want to leave you guys with time for questions. Chrissy, you've been awfully quiet. Is there anything? Are you just amazed? Is your
I'm pretty amazed right now. I like your enthusiasm for it, so you're getting us excited over here.
okay? I mean, it's literally game. This is like amazing, and I'm so confident that that this will greatly benefit you from, you know, just from an organizational level, from making more money. Tiffany, I know you're gonna have to talk to your boss and your boss's boss, so I think in next week's demo, I think Ashley will be able to go over kind of some of that information on how we can help you guys win more new business and get Honda to increase their spend. But, you know, this is tried and tested, or tried and true. Like I said, this has scaled us to $500 million a year in digital spend. You take this away from us, this piece of software, and we're screwed, like honestly. And it's been something, again, that's been our secret sauce for so long, and now it's finally available. That's why I think it will be a game changer for your team.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I'll work with you on who I should bring when Ashley's here.
Okay, perfect. So, speaking of that, Ashley will be in town next week. We had kind of talked about Wednesday or Thursday. I did talk to Ashley. Wednesday is better for her. We can come down to your office in the Springs.
Can do.
Are you good with Wednesday at 3 p.m.?
Can do, and we'll just talk about anyone else who you might want to have in addition to this team.
Okay, perfect. Well, again, thank you
Awesome.
ladies so much for your time.
Thank
So
you.
excited for the demo next week, and thank you for taking the time out of your busy day today.
Thank you.